Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about networking, okay? When you're networking, you should have three goals. If you're looking for a job, your first goal, of course, is to get a job. Your second goal is to impress the person you're speaking with, and your third goal is to actually impress them enough that they'll lead you to other people in their network to which you can network with and build your own professional network by leveraging theirs. Now, when we think about networking, we traditionally think about going to a happy hour, maybe a training class, maybe an opportunity where there's a lot of people gathered with all the same intention of meeting and greeting and getting to know people. But I want to also talk to you a little bit about networking when you're interviewing for a job, because whether you're going to a happy hour or whether you're interviewing for a job, you're selling a product, and that product is you. And your ability to relate and articulate your points of view are being judged, even in a happy hour event. And what it's being judged in is, am I going to spend more time with this person, or am I going to just walk away and find someone else to speak with? So realize that you're being judged in every situation, and people are trying to size you up in a professional setting to figure out what kind of person you are. So when you're doing that, make sure that they have confidence, if you're interviewing, to give you the job that you're interviewing for. And there's so many videos I've done about interviewing. I'm not going to get into that right now, but realize often in an interview, the job you're interviewing for might not be the job you get, but the people you impress in that room might have the other job you actually do get 3 months from now, because this one was better suited for you than the one you were actually first interviewed for. I can't tell you how many times I've been interviewing high potential candidates where when the interview was over, I said, look, Sarah, I can't hire you for this role because it's just not quite in your wheelhouse. However, in 2 months, I'm gonna have this other opportunity, which I think is gonna be a better fit for you. Would you be interested in it? And most of the time, Sarah's interested in it because she also recognizes that, hey, that's a better opportunity. And because we've spent so much time together throughout the interview process, we've built a relationship where I trust her. I think I know her a little bit better than the average person. And I'm able to help her with her career decisions and let her know that I think this other role might actually be a better fit for her career aspirations as well. So first of all, your goal is to get a job. Second of all, impress the people you're speaking with. Now, I like to use the analogy of House of Cards, or the example. If you've ever seen that show, watch the first 15 minutes of the first season and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Season 1, Episode 1, Kevin Spacey, within 15 minutes, he's in a large room. Now, Kevin Spacey plays a politician from, I believe, Georgia. And he ultimately goes to a large room where all these high-level politicians from the country are there, and he goes through the room picking off people verbally, saying, hey, this person does this, and he's talking to you, the audience, but he tells you what each person does and how they kind of got to their roles and what his master plan is to move up. Now, I'm not saying, well, and then throughout the show, you can see how he talks to people differently depending on who he's speaking with. I'm not saying pander to people, but he does that. And they don't realize he's doing it half the time. He just shows them the side that he wants them to see, the facade that he wants them to see. Now, when you're interviewing and when you're networking, I am not saying pretend to be somebody else, but I am saying you need to recognize that not everybody is going to like every bit of your personality. There are certain pieces of your personality that are just going to turn people off. And you're going to have to know in advance and recognize by making eye contact when you talk to people which personality traits they don't like, which one they relate with, which ones they like with. Watch their body language, where are their toes pointing, how are they standing, are they trying to get away from you while you're talking? And if they're trying to do that as well, then let them get away. Move on to the next person. But you need to impress the people you're talking to. Now, how do you do that? Well, you do your homework, okay? So whether you're interviewing, which obviously if you're interviewing, you need to do your homework, know who you're speaking about with, know about their LinkedIn profiles, know about their past, so that way when you talk to them, you can relate to them from a point of familiarity. But if you're in a networking event, it's the same exact thing. Usually, it's possible to get a list of the attendees of the event prior to you getting there. So that way, whoever invited you, if they're running the event, they can say, yeah, here's a list of people who are going to be coming to this thing. So then in advance, you can then mark that list up with people you actually want to meet. You can look them up on social media to make sure you're familiar with their background. So when you stand up and you go, hey, Jessica, nice to meet you. My name is Tony Martin. Am I right? Are you the VP of XYZ company? Yeah, actually I am. Oh, I was really impressed with your background. I think you've been there for 7 years. You just start telling them about themselves, about them. What does that do? It makes them feel like they know you. It makes them feel like you took some time to research them out of the blue. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to give you some time. Now, again, maybe Jessica doesn't have the job that you're looking for, but Jessica might lead you to your third and final goal of networking, which is leading you to the next person to speak with. Because if Jessica's influential in her field, then what she says is going to matter to other peers in that field. And if she doesn't have the opportunity, then maybe someone in her peer group does. And very, very often when I've been at networking events, The people who are looking for jobs in the room get hired because of a 1 degree of separation from somebody else in that room. Meaning, I would walk up to Jane and Jane wouldn't have a job, but then Jane would refer me to Mike and Mike would say, I do have a job. So that's why you need to impress everyone you're speaking with. You need to realize that you're always selling a product and that's you. And you need to make sure that you build relationships as quickly as you can and you maintain those relationships even if there's nothing in there for you. You need to make sure that you're giving back to the people that are spending time with you because you never know when you might need their help. So with that, I hope that helped you. If you like this video, please push a like, a thumbs up, a little bright thought or whatever, just because I like those. I'm a words of affirmation guy, so I like seeing that. If you think anyone in your network can benefit from this information, please be sure to share this with them. Please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And lastly, if there's anybody in your network that you think needs help finding a job, if you need help finding a job, please connect with me so I can help show you or them how to get the job. With that, I'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.